When can I get child support and how much? First, let's talk about the when. Think about three things when you're looking at the when question. You have a child with another parent, and that other parent is legally established, not just biological other parent, biological father typically is the question. Um, but that person is legally the father on the birth certificate or has been legally established via court. So child with another parent, and that parent's legally established. Second, generally you're going to be separated. You're not living together because we see that scenario where people remain in a household, perhaps, particularly sometimes during a divorce to save a little money until the case is over. When parents are living together, generally, I am not seeing child support orders getting put into place because, you're living in the same dwelling, paying the rent or the mortgage, and, sharing expenses for food and utilities and things like that. So, child with another parent, legally established, you're separated. And then lastly is simply, when can you get it? You can get it kind of going forward and not backward is the general rule. Generally, right, you're going to get child support for tomorrow forward from when you file asking for child support. Those are sort of the three when questions. They're in unmarried parentage cases, the law actually does provide for retroactive child support. In other words, not just going forward, but actually backward to the date of the birth of the child. That's something to keep in mind, depending on whether that other parent has been providing support, whether that other parent knew that the mom was pregnant, that sort of thing. There are a number of factors. And I'm not seeing it that common that retroactive child support is awarded, but it is out there and something to think about. So when can you get child support? Child with another parent, separated, and generally you're going to get child support going forward and not backward. Okay, that's the when question. Now let's talk about the how much question. There are two big drivers of the how much child support, okay? The two big drivers are income of the parents and number of overnights, and I'm underlining overnights, that the child or children spend with each parent. Those are the two drivers. Those are the things you can really affect change or affect kind of up and down on the child support number, okay? So income is really kind of two things, to just put a couple ideas out there. I mean, there's a lot to it depending on the situation, but first is just what type of income is a parent receiving, right? Are you a straight wager where you really can't move your income that much? It's basically going to be what's on your pay stub or what's on a W-2 at the end of the year. If you're a small business person or the other parent's a small business person where you can move your business expenses and things like that around, then you might be able to kind of fluctuate your income depending on what side of the case you're on. The other thing related to income is simply, are there other children other than the child of the one case at hand? Because those can help you lower your income for purposes of child support. If you have, basically if you have another family. So those are the two income drivers, okay? Simply, how much are you really earning, and then, how many children or kind of how many family units are there? That moves the needle a lot, income. And then the second driver is overnights, and this is just a random number, but it's what is provided for in Illinois law, and that is, does the parent who has fewer overnights have more or less than 146 overnights with the child? So it's not time, it's literally the word in the statute is overnights. And the issue is there are two different child support formulas based on whether let's just say I'm the parent with the fewer overnights. If my overnights are less than 146, there's a formula. If my overnights are more than 146, there's a different formula whereby, right, I have more than 146 overnights, then I'm under this so-called shared parenting time formula where my child support is going to be lower. If I'm under the basic child support formula where my overnights are less than 146, my child support is going to be higher. Let me run two scenarios for you quickly, and I'm going to jump off, okay? I'm using $75,000 income for the, let's call me the not majority time parent, and $25,000 a year for the majority time parent. If I'm under the basic child support formula, my child support obligation is $774 a month. Conversely, if I'm under the shared physical care formula, in other words, I have more than 146 overnights, then my child support is $394 a month. So that's close to a $300 per month difference based on whether I'm in that 146, beneath 146, or more than 146. So that's important. So when can you get child support and how much can you get? I hope this answer helps you.